Okay, here we are. Welcome. Thank you for joining me on this playthrough of Immortals Feynx Rising, The Lost Gods. I'll be streaming for about an hour. It is April 23rd for me in Japan, but this released today, April 22nd in the States. Um, you know, I live in the future, but I don't get it any earlier. I have played all of Immortals Feynx Rising, and I had quite a few streams on that video or on that portion of the game. New God is a sort of an expansion to the story that we know and love from the base game. Myths of the Eastern Realm is a standalone in the same universe, and I started playing that one as well. Unfortunately, what you play in A New God doesn't seem to, funnel back into Immortals Feynx Rising, but you can use your character from the Golden Isles in A New God when you're up in Olympus, and you can use some of your gear, some of the things you've collected. You can definitely keep the amount of health chunks you have and stamina chunks and some of the skills, but they do not seem to allow you to bring the skills that you earn in A New God back into Immortals Feynx Rising. I haven't finished it, so I could be wrong. And Myths of the Eastern Realm is a standalone story altogether. This one is going to be a little bit different, so this is definitely a different way of doing expansions, DLCs for a game when they don't really seem to funnel back into the main game that you've been playing all this time. So again, it's just an extension of the story. So it seems like this is going to be a kind of a top-down. Um, so it says it contains spoilers for me. So there may be maybe they're talking about it, but we'll see. So spoilers. And carry over your visual customizations from your latest save file. Do you wish to? Okay, so it seems like maybe a little bit of what Phoenix has learned, but I don't think you play as Phoenix. This is sort of an all new area, all new character that you're playing as.
When Typhon attacked us on the Golden Isle, he crushed us. It was only the arrival of a new god that saved us. But why were we alone? Why did we need a new god? Because the gods were, as always, scattered. Zeus and Hades were off in the underworld. And Poseidon, who knows what he was doing. After Typhon, the brothers argued amongst themselves about never being there for one another. Tempers flared, harsh words were spoken. Ultimately, Zeus told the gods who questioned him that they should find their own kingdom to rule if they doubted him. And so, they left. Poseidon raised a shattered island, a failed prototype once built and abandoned by Daedalus from the sea. The gods who followed Poseidon shaped the land and settled there. But catastrophe struck the rest of the world. Earthquakes, fires, floods. Humanity was plunged into chaos while the gods feuded.
I like how they use the standard kind of animations that the other games use. Okay, so Phoenix looks like she has a place. And that's the character kind of designs that I used. Definitely not the gear.
Get lost, Birdbrain. I'm here to see Phoenix, not a Phoenix.
It's all right, Phosphor. Why don't you go stretch your wings?
Hello, Goddess of Unity.
Not a lot of unity around here right now. The mortals are suffering, and Zeus is furious. I tried to reach out to Poseidon, and Zeus placed me under lockdown. I've just been sitting around trying to learn how to speak nymph.
He's proud, Phoenix. He wants them to come back of their own accord. He doesn't want another god to fix this for him.
But how can I be the goddess of unity if I can't even help unify the Pantheon? I feel so helpless. And the mortals need us.
Sorry, champion.
Champion? Wait, maybe that's it. We can't interfere directly without upsetting Zeus. But maybe we can find a way to help if we get someone to help us. Someone we can give a little divine inspiration?
The scrying pool! In these waters, we can see the whole mortal world.
Maybe with this, we can find a champion who can convince the missing gods to return.
But what mortal could we trust with a mission to unify the gods?
You know, I speak about it not being connected, and I think that's just, again, I haven't finished the New Gods or Myths of the Eastern Realm, and I just started this one, so if I'm in error, then I apologize. But again, I would like to bring Feynx into these.
Good
Like
morning,
I,
Athena. Good morning, Ares. No fighting, you two.
playing as Ash. I mean, I still love that we're playing in the Feynx Immortal Rising.
Good morning, new Olympian Phoenix. Sorry that
That's
you never got carved. See, the sculptor, well, there was another earthquake, like the one my family was in, and... But we go on. There's work to be done. And I know you gods are working hard too. Wherever you are. No, no, no! Not again! Oh, Phoenix! You saved me! You saved yourself! That was quick thinking! Hello? Is someone there? It's me, Phoenix. Ah, I'm having a fever dream then. Or I've finally gone insane from loneliness. Neat.
Are you sure about this, Phoenix? This one seems kinda weird.
Ash, your love of the gods burns brightly. We can see it all the way from Olympus. Even in these dark times, you serve the gods. Why? Because we need you. Or I do anyway. You give me hope. And I think you need us. Maybe not in the same way, but... We do need you, Ash. Now, more than ever. Listen, have you ever considered the exciting career path of champion?
of champion.
How do I start?
And I think it does a good job of kind of creating new ways to interact. So now it feels as if, you know, Feynx was the champion, but now you, the character of Feynx, are the god. So now you're treating Ash as the new champion, and you're kind of looking down upon her. So I guess now it'd be cool if Feynx now becomes the narrator, as Zeus and Poseidon were sort of the narrators of the base game on the Golden Isles. Now, if Feynx narrates a little bit more through Ash's adventure, then that sort of creates this cohesive story, even though it's told in different ways and different perspectives, and some of the you're not necessarily playing as Feynx. It still connects the games together.
You stop asking questions and get on the magic boat. It'll do the rest. Let's go.
Definitely a new, fresh way to play, so maybe it keeps the game fresh. I just wish that you could connect to all of them through the base game. So being in the Golden Isles and doing everything from maybe the Hall of Gods.
How did Athena know my sizes? She knows things. That's what she does. Fair enough. Ah, you're here, champion. Welcome to the Pyrite Island, Ash.
It's like different Ubisoft teams are
Poseidon raised it from the ocean floor.
working on these different pieces.
Lost gods.
Okay, so this is the new view. I think while this is really a different way to play the game, you're not going to have the long views, and I think they're going to update some of the transparency things, because the camera itself should, and I've heard this in other videos as well, is normally when you have these kinds of games that have geometry that could pass through the camera and the camera can't get around, the other camera kind of pops and transparencies are making the those objects just pass through the camera, like the camera can just make things invisible if they get in the way.
This is it. You'll need to find the lost gods and help them see that we all need each other.
Here I go. I can do this. Probably.
Alright, so I can definitely rotate the camera. It doesn't look like I can zoom it in and out, though. There's this little mini map on the left side, though, which the other games did not have. All the elements that I'm familiar with in the Golden Isles game and the Myths of the Eastern Realm, they're there. It feels familiar.
Presents. Something for you right up here.
I hope if Feynx continues to...
Hey, heads up!
Oh, there's the first camera shift.
Whoa! That is not okay.
Let the weapons guide your hand, Ash. You'll be giving Ares a run for his money in no time. Those weapons are magic, but where did you learn to fight like that?
It's like I just know what to do. If this is a fever dream, at least it's a fun one.
Huh. There's something special about you.
I wonder if Ash will get wings. Can I jump back down there? Okay, this is normally something that these kind of top-down games don't let you do a lot of. Again, I don't play a lot of top-down games, so I don't know. I shouldn't be speaking on them, but the ones that I have played, you can't like diverge from the... Like, can I jump in the water and swim? Obviously, it drains very fast. Yeah, I wish you could zoom the camera in and out a little bit, because right now the only thing I get is a left and right rotation.
Shiny. What's this stuff do?
Yeah, so the orbs are something that if you get that specific ability and you put on the right gear, let's see if I can go into... Alright, so this gear still looks the same. And you can get sort of a closer look at Ash. What would be cool is if all these games, the way that they interacted was, you could bring these characters into Phoenix Immortal Rising onto the Golden Isle and play around in the world with those characters. That would be a cool little connection. All right, so weapons, axe. Gonna get these exclamation points off. This is a different thing. You can see over there on the right, sort of the abilities of these pieces of gear are different. I believe there's going to be a different way of utilizing some of the resources. Or definitely feels like I'm going to be doing different things with my gear. A little art there. What if that like tells a story of Phoenix? Phoenix's ship crashing on the broken islands, clashing islands. I forget.
Hey, Ash, check out that altar. Ash, if you pray at these altars, they can help you on your adventure.
Okay. Hey, maybe I can use the junk the monsters dropped here.
I mean, it's not junk. And you're at an altar. Maybe be a tiny bit respectful?
Oops. Sorry. I'm just excited.
I like how Ash kind of looks up to the screen.
Okay. This is just like praying at the temple. Don't get weirded out just because the gods are actually talking to you now, Ash. Gods, please watch over me. Neat.
Curious what those do. Alright, so it looks like a pretty substantial area. Not quite sure what the scale of these are, but I mean, if it's anywhere near the scale of the main game, I mean, it feels like the map. I don't know if these are smaller islands, and I'm zoomed into those smaller islands, but it's a good size area. Heroic gifts. Making offerings at altar to upgrade and customize Ash's heroic gifts, unlock divine influences, and combine them. Those, I know that you can go into, you should be able to, go to tutorials. And melee fighting, pairing, health regeneration, basics inventory, upgrades. We're going to look at altars. Okay, so this right here. So this is what I just read, or was just presented to me. But if it's presented in game, give me the ability to exit out of it after I'm reading it. Because normally when a new kind of tutorial comes up, give me a X or give me a button press to exit out of that. It's sort of a tutorial in and of itself, and they kind of disappear a little too fast. I could just read faster, but not everybody's going to go. Pray at an altar, reveal the map of the region it's found on. Once discovered, altars can be used to make offerings, upgrade your equipment, to customize your heroic gifts, or fast travel. Make sure you stop by an altar and prepare yourself for leaving the explore the world and complete new quests. Nobody's going to really want to try to read through that to absorb it. So kind of leave it up there a little bit faster, but at least you can go back into the tutorials and read it. But some people like to minimize the amount of menus that they go in. I'm surprised that I can't destroy some of these objects in the world, but I mean, really, you'd probably just nick it anyway. So I wonder if these stages are more flat and they don't have as much altitude in them, like verticality, I guess, because it's this top-down. But again, the character, it just feels like I myself have pulled the camera back. Hey, my dodge feels delayed. It doesn't seem like you can snap on to a character by hitting the R3 button. Of course, my dodge has never really been that great. Swimming doesn't seem to be a thing because it drains my stamina super quick. Wow. Even just getting in the water can kill you instantly. Alright, so it doesn't look like they're swimming. It looks like there might be embers. It might be a little something different. Okay, embers. This is amber. Have I been calling them embers and they've been ambers this whole time? Alright, flower nectars here are red versus yellow. And each one of the games kind of give Myths of the Eastern Realm call the resources something different, but they're essentially the same use. They're for health. I think they're peaches in Myths of the Eastern Realm, but they're pomegranates in the Golden Isles. Man, my voice is really like cracking. I remember someone saying before this expansion came out, it's going to be like Darksiders Genesis compared to the other, like Darksiders 1 through 3. I need to dodge. I'm not doing it. Okay, let's practice dodging. So, I'm not swinging, he's not attacking. But if I attack, he'll swing sooner. And if I attack and he swings, I can't dodge while I'm attacking. Yeah, I feel like I want to zoom out a little bit more. Maybe that's something that they'll give me later. Alright, use the altar, enhance your heroic gift. Alright, so I left before I was doing anything. Alright, so make an offering to save your journey. What? Not sure what that did. I think that's a resource that I picked up in the main game, which is a little strange too, because I picked up some resources in the Golden Isles, and I believe that was one of them. It even said use this resource, but I don't know exactly what this is for. I have to make an offering to save my game. Okay. All right, so let's do quick thinking dodge. Do dodge. I need to improve my dodge. All right. So it looks like I've got specific resources. I don't know if that's paper or whatever it is, 5 of 6. Not quite sure what that specific resource is. Forge of Hephaestus. Okay. Upgrading with resources. Looks like shards. Fast travel. Okay, fast travel is pretty much the same. Heroic gifts. It said it wanted me to upgrade. What did it say it wanted me to do? Offerings. Let's go back here and see what exactly it wanted me to do. Equip air essence in the swordsman heroic gift. Alright, so go bone boon Feynx, Boon of Hermes, Zeus, Ares, Hephaestus, Death Token, Refill Health, okay, Rest, Swordsman, and this right here, okay. Hades Enchantment. Absorb elements around Ash to gain temporary buffs or use heroic gifts in midair. Alright, so I guess I equip a specific one, but I can't have all of them. Essence list. Alright, a little bit more learning on my part for different types of things that I collect. Essence of Chaos, Water, Earth, Fire, Air. Alright, so I guess depending on how I lock these things in. Okay, so that one's there. Surprised this does. Okay, I'm cycling through different essences. Equip essences on divine influence to gain additional effects. Okay. I guess this may be the color, the background color will change, it seems. Okay, did I do what they asked me to?
I feel so powerful. I feel like I could walk on air. I feel like I could fight on air.
Yeah, I think this right here is what would be nice, is when I walk under here. I know I can kind of see my character, but make this transparent, like make it open up and so I can see fully through it. Alright, so got my maps telling me to go over that way. It does not look like I can sprint yet. I can dodge. I don't have any. I can crouch. I think I've got some resources over here. Can I climb still? Does not look like I can climb in this game. Normally pushing up against anything like this, they would automatically climb. Climbing's out. Looks like even grabbing on ledges seems to be out. You have to be able to jump high enough. Let's say like here. I don't know. Alright. Can't give the greatest example there, but no climbing in this game. Okay. Yeah, the only thing I'm constantly thinking about is zooming the camera in and out. I'd like to be able to do that. Alright, I like on the map. I mean, it's pretty standard. If it's slightly above me, then sure. Curious what the colors are for, though. What's this? Oh, olives, okay. If I go over this way, those little markers on the mini map over there tell me where specific resources are. Alright, so okay, so figs are in abundance. I guess those are what I use to save. I don't know why that's a thing. Okay, so I can't double jump, and in the previous games, I would, as the character, be able to kind of clamber up on the edge if I can at least get to the edge. It looks like she can jump high enough to get to the ledge, but that ability does not seem to be a thing, so just have to jump over this way, which I guess still works. I guess as long as I can do that, ascend in other ways, that's fine.
Gods, please watch over me.
I wonder if altars are fast travel points. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, these islands are relatively small. They're definitely not as big as I thought they were. But I mean, I don't know. So, it looks like I'm going to eventually be able to fly, maybe? Or figure this out right now. Maybe I'll get gifted with wings.
I don't think even Hermes could jump that gap. But I'm the Olympian of Unity, aren't I? Well, one unified bridge coming right up. Hold on. I'm new at this.
What the Hades was that?
Ash? What? Something's wrong. I can't.
Phoenix? Are you there? Don't leave me alone again.
Mysterious owl.
Oh, Phoenix. What a dummy.
Althena? Versus Athena? Okay.
A talking bird? What?
I am not a what. I am a who. I am Athena, goddess of wisdom. Excuse my owl form, but we don't want Zeus to know I'm sticking my beak into this mess. Well, looks like you're going to need me to help you out, since Phoenix has already screwed up and broken your connection. I can't just go around performing miracles.
Why not? Phoenix is a god.
Who isn't? Look, to use our powers in the world, we gods need proper offerings made to us first. Otherwise, things get out of balance. Earthquakes, floods, improperly spiced cuisine.
So, if I made a proper offering, could I restore my connection to Phoenix?
Who can say? Me, I can say. And yes, Phoenix likes olives. And olives from the Moria tree are sacred. Try those. Also, I once tried to sacrifice Phoenix at the Moria tree sanctuary. Long story, don't ask. But Phoenix will get the joke. Check over by those olive trees. Then make an offering at an altar. I'll see you on the other side. If you two don't screw this up.
Alright, so for me, my experience with the games, so Golden Isles, I'm going to be calling that, using that to express, or to kind of, I guess, identify the base game, because you play primarily on the Golden Isles. And then the other ones have sort of subtitles. So, in Golden Isles, you sort of have your introduction to Feynx, and Feynx becomes the character, then Feynx becomes a god, and then you have the DLC number 1, which was a new god, and it continues Phoenix's story. Again, this is all spoilers. She becomes a new god, and in myths of the Eastern Realm, you play as a new character. Forget the name. Is it Hun or Yun? That new character doesn't seem to yet. Again, I've just started it. It doesn't seem to have a connection to Feynx, but maybe there's going to be a story, so I need to continue to play that. And again, if it has connections and nods to your to the Golden Isle campaign, then that'll be good. Because so far, this one has good connections, so I feel like I am continuing Phoenix's story. Now Feynx is a god, and now I'm using Ash as sort of the champion of Feynx, so that's the connection that I have. Again, it would be nice if they kind of implemented this all sort of as a having access to these DLCs or these different ways to play through the Golden Isles. But so far, there's good connections. I feel connected to the game that I've played before. And this top-down makes me feel like I'm Feynx watching over Ash as my champion. But it would be nice to zoom out a little bit, give me a little bit of control on the in-out of the camera. Alright, find olives for offering. I've already found one. So I'm looking at the map here, the mini-map on the left, and I do have these little tiny blips. Those will probably lead me to where I need to find. Chopping down trees is still a thing. Yeah, I'm surprised there's no climbing. Maybe it's a skill that I'll get, but I don't know why they would have taken climbing away. I mean, I don't dislike the new top-down. I think it would be different if they made me play as Feynx this way. It makes more sense to me in the universe that they've built. This top-down is essentially Feynx or Athena looking through the water. I forget what they called that pool that they're looking through. But then it makes me feel like that godly presence that is Feynx. Hopefully I can get the connection back, so I need to find some more olives. I think the way I enjoyed finding resources in the Golden Isles by just looking around and knowing, what I see in front of me could be a resource. I need a double jumper wings to glide down. But it does not look like it's as easy to hunt. Still got the crazy chickens. It doesn't let me hunt as I don't have as great a distance. So is that a olive? Nope, that's amber. Alright, this is my first puzzle that I'm seeing. Again, feels very familiar. But it looks like... So I guess the hunting in this game for resources is going to be staring a little bit more at the little mini-map. But can I see, if I turn the mini-map off, or can I? I think I'd want to, right? Alright, HUD. Quest objectives. Do I want to turn those off? Loot. Yeah, I guess I can turn a lot of this stuff off. Occlusion silhouettes. What is occlusion silhouettes? Oh, okay. I do like this. Like, it's got a sort of, it'll highlight over here on the right, the picture over there, it'll highlight exactly what it is it's talking about. Okay. So the occlusion silhouettes are being able to see the characters behind objects, which is also something in the main game. Coming attack warning, enemy health, boons, abilities, critical messages, message panel, quest objectives. All right, so this would be an interesting way to play. Having all the HUD elements gone. But anyway, it's a fairly dynamic HUD. Right now it's fairly light. It only gives me the information I need. Maybe the health. My health is full, don't show it to me. Okay, so olives I think are the blue. Yep, there they are. Does look like I can dodge in a good time. There's a little bit of a flash there, but doesn't seem to slow down time. Not that it's not going to, but it doesn't seem to slow down time right now. There's a red orb down here, look like.
Olives. Okay. Now to offer them to a god I hear in my head, because an owl that is also a god told me to. On a magic island. This is fine. This is normal.
Alright, so back to... Let's get some more olives while we're over here. Because if these are what Feynx likes... Gotta cut it down. I might be spoiling myself on the on this because I'm playing it before I finished A New God or Myths of the Eastern Realm. So I'll probably get through an hour of this, and then I need to go back and play the other games. But what are the gold? The gold's embers, ambers, embers. Nope, this one is a cluster. Yeah, I'm surprised there's no climbing. At least none that I see right now. I wonder if there'll be double jumps. Alright, so... Should be a puzzle over here. I don't have sprint. Alright, so... I don't have the ability to move heavy objects yet. Definitely be a place that I come back to. Jump up here. If there's anything up here at the top. Nope. There are some resources. Yeah, I hope I can glide around, but I don't have to. I think maybe yeah, I need to finish the other games. Because the wings might be something that is only provided to gods. Because Feynx has a set of wings that can spawn. And then, I apologize if I have Myths of the Eastern Realm character. If Yoon, if that character in Myths of the Eastern Realm, I know that he can also have wings, but they seem to be more fabricated versus sort of a godly power. Alright. We'll make our offering here. Can I make the offering? Bring the offering to the altar. Okay. Altar. And refill health. Cheat death. Save. I'm not quite sure why I would need to have the figs in order to save. An offering. Fill my health. 3. This one takes 1. I guess it's a different altar? Not any altar. I have this yellow arrow here. I don't know what all those are for. I assume that they're resources, but... Alright, so why does it have to be at this altar? Does it have to be the altar that's close to what I am required to progress? Okay, so this is the new one. Raise the bridge. Offer olives from nearby olive trees. To ask Venus to raise a bridge the right way. Alright, so it costs 2 and then 1. Okay, so I'm using resources for a much different reason. Excuse me.
Phoenix. Olympian and my new boss. I humbly offer you these olives, I guess.
You did it! You restored our connection!
Phoenix, you're back! Yes, Athena said you can't do miracles without an offering, so, hope you like the olives.
Athena and her olives. She's not going to let me live this one down. Better go see what she has to say, champion.
I like how the bridge that Phoenix made has these coral on it to make it feel like it's something that was kind of brought up from the depths of the ocean or the water. Ash rising from the phoenix. I like that. Let's see what we got over here. Hestia's welcome message. To all those who are lost, to all those who are searching, to all those who need a place to call home, you are welcome here. Alright, so this is Hestis's island. Owlthena, I like that. It should say talk to Owlthena.
Got Phoenix back? Good. All right, dum-dums, listen up. I know these gods, and I knew about this island back when it was just one of Daedalus' blueprints. I'll guide you here on the island, and Phoenix can keep an eye out from above. Because, honestly, neither of you know what you're doing.
I still have control of the camera.
Okay, Athena. Where do we start?
This region belongs to Hestia. She's the one goddess I never expected to leave Olympus. Oh, but here we are. Now, what do you need to know?
Oh, a little RPG-ish, I guess. Ask questions. Get to decide what Ash says. Okay. What do I do now?
Hestia's not exactly inconspicuous with all the literal fire she surrounds herself with. I say look for the fieriest place and you'll find her new home. Like, oh, I don't know, inside the crater of a volcano, maybe.
What can you tell me about Hestia?
Hestia is the goddess of the hearth flame. The fire that lights the home and protects the family. It ruffled my feathers to see her light her torches somewhere else. Olympus just doesn't feel like home without her.
What can you tell me about this region?
One part Daedalus' forges pumping below, and one part Hestia's volcano erupting above. This place is lit, but also strangely dangerous. The free-flowing lava and the treacherous paths aren't really Hestia's style. She's usually more controlled. It's like a mountain of doom. We should call it Mount Doom. No, that name is too on the beak.
Alright, so I already asked what do I do. The color didn't change. I would say maybe turn it gray. What can you tell me about Hestia? And then what can you tell me about this region? I've asked these things, and now it tells me no info needed. Let's go do champion stuff. So no more info needed, maybe?
Fine. Listen. We can't go around performing miracles and changing the world for you. But you can have the favor of the gods. A little.
Alright. Heroic dash.
There.
So
That will help you dash into battle. Don't say I never gave you anything. Okay. Good luck finding Hestia. I'm going to go get a bird's eye view of the place.
ooh, ooh, ooh. She actually says those things. That's funny. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of liking it. I didn't think I was going to, but because they've connected it to other characters that I've played in the core game, I'm having a little bit more fun with it. Now, it's not that I don't like Myths of the Eastern Realm. I haven't played it enough, so I shouldn't speak to it. But I hope there's some connections to Athena and Olympus. I know it's sort of in a different region. It's Chinese mythology. What would be cool is if they actually had Chinese language for myths of the Eastern Realm. Or at least give us the option to play it with Chinese dialogue. And then your language of choice captions. Like that lava flow. Hold for a higher jump.
Sorry about messing up the miracle back there, champion. I'm still learning.
Me too. Don't worry. We'll get through this together. Or I'll die horribly while you watch.
Good. I really enjoyed the kind of the commentary or the constant dialogue of the characters, and it kind of helped the story. It helped make the characters feel more alive, give them character, get to know them. And I'm glad that they kind of continued that here. Whereas Feynx didn't necessarily talk directly to Zeus and Poseidon as they were kind of giving you this commentary. And she primarily, or Feynx, depending on what gender you picked, when you started the game, when you created your character, whether it was male or female. I just think that it's awesome that the characters are sort of overall connected. But again, I need to finish Myths of the Eastern Realm before I pass judgment on it not having enough connection. What am I supposed to do now? Fire. Nothing over here. Oh, what was I supposed to do? Can't shoot arrows. An interesting one. Oh, there's one over there I didn't see. Alright, try this again. Oh, missed the jump. Don't go out yet, timer. Oh, there's one more. Oh, down there. Am I going to get in time? No, I did not know there was 4. Alright, hopefully I can swim a little bit longer than that, but I think they're doing that primarily because they only want you to leave the islands when you're ready or when you've unlocked the favor of the gods. Alright, so there's 4 of them. Go, go, go. No, 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 jump, 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 jump. Whew. That almost ended badly. Still might not make it. I'm missing all my jumps. Oh, I don't have a dash. Was it because I didn't have the stamina for it? Yeah, I was missing too many jumps on that. Alright, one last time. Yeah, I think transparencies would help tremendously. Oh, I don't have a dash. I don't have air dash. It looks like I have a ground dash, but I don't have an air dash. Right, let's jump up and over. I was trying to use a like jump up in the air and then use Athena's dash, but I can only do that on the ground, it seems. Alright, so I can wear different types of gear. Go ahead and check that out. Helmet of the Toxic Hermit. Those definitely look cool. It'd be cool if I could bring this stuff back into the Golden Isles. Alright, amber, those are plums, not plums, olives. These are the shards, right? Nope, rough diamonds, shells. Okay, what was this? Tainted metal. Okay, say rusted metal. Alright, so definitely a bunch of different types of resources. Still, I mean, it's a pretty good. I probably spent maybe 20, 30 minutes in here, maybe close to an hour in here. Let's see how long I've been streaming. Yeah, I mean, so I spent close to an hour in here, and there's still a puzzle in here that I still have to do. Yeah, this chest right here is still a puzzle, so I'm kind of moving in here. So I got into an hour, but you take maybe, let's call this 30 minutes, a good 30 minutes. There's some story stuff in there that I went through. So we'll call this maybe half an hour in here. So there's a good amount of hours of gameplay here. All right. So I find myself, unfortunately, I mean, I've gotten used to playing Cyberpunk 2077 and also Phoenix Immortal Rising. Immortal Feynx Rising, I always get that mixed up sometimes. But there's definitely a nice connection there.
Whoa, what's this contraption?
One of Daedalus's old inventions. Oh, these can fling you halfway across Olympus. But this one looks all rusted over.
These might be ways to get me between parts of the island or between different islands. Essence of Earth +2. Alright, so if I go over here into my gear, or sorry, into, not resources. Exactly what I have on Heroic Gifts here. Alright, so I have these, and it looks like, okay, so I use the olives that I collected to give offering to Phoenix, which Phoenix then gives me these gifts, I guess. But these are Hestia's control, Poseidon's power. So can I unlock this? Action available at an altar. Okay. Jump out of that. Alright, so you can see I've got this yellow essence here. I forget what all the essences are. Go back up here. Alright, so air essence is yellow. Fire, that should be simple. Earth is green, that should be simple. Water, that should be simple. Chaos should be simple. Okay, so air. Air is yellow. Sun. Sun's in the sky. Okay, trying to figure out a way to remember that color. All right, so air versus like wind. All right, so I've got air as part of one of the essences that I have attached to swordsman. So if I go into this, now I can change it to a different essence, and it changes things. Can be used while mid-air, essence of air. Okay, so if I go into the dash, and if I unlock one of these, can I give it the dash? Can I give it the essence of air to let me do the dash in the air? Okay, that'll be interesting. Quick thinking dodge. And I need to go to a altar. Okay. All right. Like the lava floor. Nice little effect there. The heating and cooling of the lava. Very convincing little effect there. I do find myself staring at the map a lot more, which in the other games.
I believe Hestia made this place. It's not very welcoming.
Yeah. It's more die in lava-ing than welcome-ing.
As I was saying, I find myself staring a little bit more at the mini-map, which in games like, I think this is a thought that I was trying to get across, but then I lost my train of thought and then just rambled. In Cyberpunk, I try to remove all the UI to explore the area without a mini-map staring at me. And I can do the same thing here. I can take the mini-map off and it would just take a little bit more exploring, and I could find things on my own. Versus, following what I call breadcrumbs. Here I just have this sort of waypoint that I constantly find myself glancing over at the minimap.
Tartaros, like the ones I had to go in when I fought Typhon. They're dangerous.
That shouldn't be here. I have to try to fix this.
Be careful, Ash.
Okay, so there are vaults in this game. All right, so I think it would be cool if I zoomed the camera in, it would just zoom into the back of Ash. So kind of going into a third-person perspective. I'm sorry, yeah, so into a third versus the top-down. I guess is that isometric? Oh no, didn't make the jump. Can I make that jump? Not look like I can make that jump. And that was the end of Ash's story. Thanks for joining me on this stream for the Lost Gods, but Ash has unfortunately turned to Ash. Ooh. Wow. Was that a... Ooh, wow. Okay, hold on. But did I just lose everything that I did? Did I just lose everything that I just did? Okay, I'm having a... There's got to be a double jump at some point. Alright, so I just got kicked back all the way over here. Is this... are they going to say...
Sorry about messing up the miracle back there, champion. I'm still learning.
Me too.
We'll learn together.
Don't worry. We'll get through this together. or I'll die horribly while you watch.
Okay, so there are... Okay, so even the puzzles have been reset. So that's a little bit different than the Golden Isles, because they do have some fairly generous save points. So looks like I'm going to have to redo all this stuff. Just fine. I'm having fun with the game. It's not an inconvenience. I just have to be a little bit more careful. I think I've relied on the auto saves that the other game does, where this one looks like you need to make offerings to save the game, which definitely makes me approach the game differently. All right, that's about an hour of streaming The Lost Gods. I will definitely come back probably in the next, we'll say, 5-6 hours, and play a little bit more. I like the direction. I like the change. I like the connection to the Golden Isles. I like the Feynx is here. I like the gods that I met in the Golden Isles are here representing themselves. I'm looking forward to meeting some of the other gods, more of the story. I do need to go and finish a New God DLC number 1. I need to finish DLC number 2, which is the Myths of the Eastern Realm, and get a little bit more of the story, I think, maybe before I come back to this one. Because I think there's some story there that I'm missing, and I'm making comments on things that maybe I don't have all the facts on. So I need to return to those other 2 DLCs and complete those. And I'll definitely do that over the weekend. I've got a lot more time to play over the weekend, so I'll do some back-to-back streams and complete those and really dive deep. So, as always, I appreciate you coming by during the live streams. If you're watching this recording of the live stream, then hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit those notifications so that you know when I go live. Come in, join the discussion, talk about the games that you like, maybe give me a suggestion on a game you'd like to see me stream, and then I'll start streaming those if I have it in my library. If I don't, and it's on the PlayStation Store for a decent price, I'll pick it up and I'll stream and discuss what I think about games that maybe you love. Because everybody's got their favorites. And I do get frustrated. I think I'm going to be calling myself the frustrated gamer. And I don't think it's necessarily a frustration with the game design. It's primarily just with me and myself and the way that I play. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Okay.